Here's the selections for Thursday, December the 16th at Calder. There's an 8-race card, and the big news down here in South Florida is the temperatures. Take a look at the forecast for Wednesday morning. Now those are some chilly temperatures. It's supposed to be better by post time, should be in the mid-50s, maybe even up to the 60s, so it shouldn't have any impact on racing. Let's take a look at the selections for the day. I'll pass the first race. In the second race, it's a maiden special weight scheduled to go 5 furlongs on the turf. My selection is Omni's Vindication. Omni's Vindication should get a good stalking trip from the outside post position, and she should get a good setup for her stalking running style. There's a lot of pace setters in here. The only knock on Omni's Vindication is that she's tried twice to run on the turf, but both times they've been rained off. So maybe some of the bettors will be scared off by that, but I'll take Omni's Vindication in the second. I'll pass the third. In the fourth race, maiden claimers going 5 furlongs on the main track, my selection is Closing Era. Was just up for third when debuted last time out at this same class level and distance. However, since then she's fired off a bullet work, looks to have a fair amount of speed, and I think under jockey Luis Saez at this short distance and their inside post, I think she goes right to the front. I think she wires the field. So $5 to win on Closing Era. The horse that I'm a little bit afraid of is Miswaukee Brew. I debated back and forth whether to make that my selection or not. She's listed at 15 to 1 under Manuel Cruz, and I don't know, and she debuted in maiden special weight company and she didn't show anything that day. Why is Manuel Cruz on today? And the stats with trainer Kathleen O'Connell makes her really dangerous. But I'm going to stick with my pick, Closing Era, to wire the field. In the fifth race, it is scheduled to go 6 furlongs on the main track. My selection is 5 Afternoons, and I'll double the investment on 5 Afternoons. She's in sharp form. She's got a career mark of 11, 3, 3, and 3 at the distance. And this year she's been very consistent, 6 out of 7 in the money, 7 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. And she's nearly paired off buyers in her last 2. Today's the third start off the layoff. I'll take 5 Afternoons in the 5th. In the 6th, it's my upset special of the day. My selection is Professor Palmer. There was a couple of first-time starters in here and a couple others that look to be more bettable, so to speak. In fact, Financial Empire is a first-time starter for Todd Pletcher, and that's almost always an automatic bet for me. But here's what I like about Professor Palmer that makes him the upset of the day. His last time out was on November the 27th, and that day he ran into Cool Blue Red Hot, who was much the best that day, won by open daylights, and was one of my best bets of the day. In fact, he was Mike Welsh's best bet of the day as well. Professor Palmer has improving speed figures, but he's not as good as what the other ones look like. However, if you take into account who he's running against, I think Professor Palmer is the upset bet of the day. I'll double the investment, try to make some money here. I'll pass the 7th and the 8th. We'll come back Thursday afternoon or Friday, and we'll take a look at how we did and selections for Friday.